What up? What up? Y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not happy. Estoy quillao. Estoy quillao in español. I'm not happy. The negotiations of Dimitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev for the light heavyweight undisputed is off. Off. And you know what? We got to keep it consistent, y'all. We got to keep it real. We got to keep the same energy because I know in this community, we flamed Bud Crawford. We flamed Earl the True Spence. For months, days, weeks, years, we have flamed them. We have talked about them each and every other day. Lord. But it's time to keep the same energy. We flamed those guys because it's probably the most important fight in the division and one of the biggest fights and most important fight in the sport of boxing. This is one of the most important fights in that division in reference to Bivol and Beterbiev, and one of the biggest fights in the sport of boxing. And I don't see that people's keeping the same energy with them. But I'm going to do it. Because over here, we keep it unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Yeah, we want to preserve the sport of boxing, preserve the modern-day warriors, modern-day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. But still, we got to hold these guys accountable. And also their business handlers. So now, Dan Raphael reported Dimitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev talks have failed. And so Bivol has said he may now wait until September for the next fight, potentially the Canelo Alvarez rematch. Bivol's manager, Vadim Kornilovo, Man, I'm sounding like Flo Mayweather, goddammit. Y ese nombre tan raro y feo. Anyway, said the money wasn't serious enough to make Bivol versus Beterbiev. But anyway, y'all, look, now it's about the money, right? It's about the money. Now we all want our money. We all want our money. We understand that this is a business. We understand that. But we ain't give the benefit of the doubt when it came to Bud Crawford and Earl the True Spence. Y'all remember when people was talking about 80-20, 70-30, 50-50, 60-40? Hey, yo, man, you not the A side, you the B side. Hey, yo, Earl Spence got the 3 belts. Bud Crawford just got 1. You got to take whatever, right? Everybody had their business plan. Everybody was an accountant. Everybody did the tax work. All right, let's do it with Beterbiev and Bivol. Beterbiev got 3 titles. Beterbiev is probably in the pound-for-pound list above Bivol. Bivol, yes, beat Canelo Alvarez, the cash cow of the sport of boxing. The super middleweight undisputed. Yes, he beat Canelo Alvarez, a.k.a. Canelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cash Kilo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get okay out of here, man. And I know that they using Canelo Alvarez as a bargaining chip. Because, hey, if you don't want to give us this type of money, Beterbiev, we got Canelo Alvarez. You know he's worth more money. And this is the issue that I said months ago. I didn't want Canelo Alvarez to sabotage the light heavyweight championship bout. The light heavyweight undisputed championship bout. Because, of course, Canelo Alvarez brings that cachet. And it's hard not to want that type of money, that type of purse. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, these guys fight for a living. They feed their families with it. So, of course, it's hard to ignore that you can make money with Canelo Alvarez. But I wanted Dimitry Bivol. You already beat Canelo Alvarez. You already got him in your resume. You could get him anytime because Canelo Alvarez already stated that he wanted to get his get back. But what about you carving your own legacy? You see, this is what it is. When you always want to go after other fighters and say, oh, man, stop needing Canelo. Oh, carve your own legacy. Do what you got to do. See, Bivol got an opportunity to get Canelo Alvarez, and he seized the moment, and he beat Canelo Alvarez. But that doesn't mean he became a major star. And I know they're trying to use this as a bargaining chip with his negotiations with Beterbiev. That's why he feel like he deserves more. He's earned more. Or his manager was trying to say that...
Yeah, exactly. There were some discussions about making the fight. About a month ago, we were talking about trying to make the fight in June, July, whether it was going to be in the UAE or in the US. But the numbers that were brought up and what we were trying to materialize, it was just not materializing because there's still 2 sides to that fight. They're both pound for pound fighters. Mm-hmm. They're both top 10 pound for pound fighters, and they both want to make money, and they both want this fight to be worth their while.
Now, again, we understand that this is a business. Yes, it's prize fighting. Yes, we understand. But that, of course, everybody can always use that as an excuse. Everybody gonna use that as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, at the end of the day, we all know that this is the primary fight in the light heavyweight division and the primary fight for these guys' legacy. You know what I'm saying? But Beterbiev wants to fight with Bivol. Bivol side seems like they don't want the fight just as much because they do partner with Eddie Hearn. They get the Canelo Alvarez fight. Canelo Alvarez wants it, and I did not want Canelo Alvarez to stick his nose in this fight. That's why I would rather have Canelo Alvarez face David Benavidez. Face David Benavidez at the Young Rider, please, Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, you already future Hall of Fame, and I'm not saying that Canelo Alvarez can't get his get back. I believe he earned the right to get his get back because Canelo Alvarez is an all time great, right? It's not like he got demoralized by Bivol. I understand he want to get his get back, but for the sport of boxing, this is the primary fight. We should want Bivol and Beterbiev, and we should hold them accountable if it doesn't come to fruition. Just like we help Anthony Joshua and Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury accountable, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder accountable. Just like we hold them Bud Crawford and Earl Spence accountable. So we got to keep the same energy. Got the same energy. I don't see a lot of channels. I don't see a lot of people talking about it on holding these guys accountable. This fight got to happen. And Canelo Alvarez, please don't stick your thoughts. Don't sabotage it, because I know he's not trying to sabotage it, but he's indirectly sabotaging this light heavyweight bout, this light heavyweight undisputed, because of course he inserting himself into wanting a Bivol fight, and then Bivol would like to take that easy fight, easy money. And I'm not saying it's an easy fight, but for them, they already beat Canelo Alvarez, and he's a smaller guy. He probably looking at this fight like, shit, let me get this money. It's easy money. I already beat him. I already know him. You know what I'm saying? And then I could go and fight Beterbiev after that. Not cool. It's a good business move. Yet, anything can happen in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? We didn't like when a lot of people was critiquing Keith Thurman and Earl Spence. Now we want to see Bud and Earl Spence, right? You don't want nobody to get in the way of an undisputed, right? Every time we don't like that Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury is not going to be fighting each other. You don't want no other fighter to sabotage that type of fight. So let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's keep it consistent. Canelo Alvarez is great, but he should be fighting David Benavidez after the John Ryder. And leave this fight alone. Leave this division alone. You're a super middleweight champion. Not a voluntary. I can't see another voluntary, in my opinion.